I think personally, if you hold any beliefs,
Do you feel that religion and science can coexist together?
So we're just at King George Square right now, and we've just got a list of questions we're going to ask people out in the public, just find out what do they think about religion, rationalizing religion, just that type of thing. So yeah, we're just going to go up to some people and ask them if they like to speak to us.
Atheists, a lot of the time, what they use as a reason to go against religion is science. They say that, this scientific theory disproves a religion, for example. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel that religion and science can coexist together?
Yeah.
Incompatible, yeah. I don't think they can coexist now.
Okay.
Oh, definitely can play hand in hand. Like, I think as more stuff gets found out and researched, I think it points more like towards there being a god. I don't know. Like obviously, like if you have a brain, basically these days you're gonna believe in evolution. Like there's so much proof for it, but I don't think that it contradicts with Christianity in any sort of way. Like I'm sure like God did make people, but then he made them evolve, That's my idea. That's what I reckon.
I think you can believe in science and believe in religion, but at the same time, you got to know where it mixes. Like if you believe in God, you can't believe really in the whole the Big Bang Theory, I guess, but you need to know how it can balance out it all.
Yeah, well, I guess science in its own way is a religion within itself, right? Because religion is kind of, finding things and taking signs and using them as a way to justify the world we're living in and how to live like a morally good life, where science kind of does the same thing but with a more methodical approach, I believe. So even like a lot of stuff, if you look at kind of like the Big Bang Theory, for example, like it was all kind of like theorized to an extent. And there's still kind of like higher powers and stuff that science can't even explain. So I think to like discredit, like have science to discredit religion doesn't really work, because science in its own way is trying to prove the exact same thing, just through a different way of doing it.
Well, I think that's a bit of a sort of too broad a statement. I think, within any sort of sect or a religion, there are so many different sort of degrees to which doctrinal belief sort of goes along with the mainstream scientific community. But even so, the idea that there of a singular scientific consensus isn't always consistent across the board in all fields of research and study. But I wouldn't make a blanket statement like science sort of disproves religion or is incompatible with religion, or vice versa.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It can coexist. Faith and reason can coexist, because even in evolution, we believe in evolution, but the theory of evolution is been propagated by a Christian scientist. All right, it doesn't mean that if you believe in evolution, doesn't mean that you reject God totally. Now, it's very complicated, right? But I believe, in my own opinion, that faith and reason or science can coexist.
I mean, I think science proves God. I mean, if you look into it, ultimately there can't be something from nothing. Like if you go all the way back to the Big Bang, it's like, well, what created that? Well, what created the first atom? And if you look at how like time works, like the infinite like regress, how we're always here, like if it was if we're infinitely, well, if we're always here, like the universe was always around, then like time doesn't really exist that way, because there's like no beginning and you infinitely like couldn't get here, So I think science backs up God.
I mean, they can coexist, but there's a lot of scientifics that they are religious, but from my point of view that I am a theist, if you trust in science and in knowledge, it's very hard to believe in God or in something.
You
Exactly.
cannot explain scientifically. I do think they can coexist. I think it's happening now. They are coexisting. We have science and we have religions, many different religions around the world. And I think religion is really good. I mean, I think that if believing in something can make you be a better person and make you achieve many goals and make you have faith, even if it's in someone else or something else that you can scientifically not prove. I don't think it's, I mean, I don't believe myself, but I don't think it's a bad thing that other people believe, and I do think they can coexist.
Is that, I mean, science today cannot explain some things, but what I think is that one day science will be able to explain these things that nowadays we say, no, this is something abstract or, you know, superior to us, it's God or religious. It's like, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 years ago, they didn't understand why people, I don't know, became ill or why there was gravity or whatever, and as science evolves, there's less questions that we need to use religion to answer. One, of course, is what happens after we die. I don't know, there's people that say that we have a soul and that goes to another life, or and there's just people that say, no, we're just nature and atoms, how do you say atoms in English?
Yeah, particles.
And, well, yeah, that's, yeah.